the slides a bit, we could finish up that way
Yeah,
there.
let me try. I'm not sure if I can
Okay.
share. Sharing is not on for me.
Okay.
Do you have
Okay.
the file with you? You can share. You can open that.
Yep.
Share.
Let me just get back to where we were. Okay. Okay. Yep. So slides should be popping up now. So if people could let me know, or someone could let me know, it looks like we should have these up here too.
It's
And we can kind of end with a little bit of this school support I was talking about. So we have this GPA booster program. This is a kind of newer program that we've kind of launched to help students more at the kind of school level materials. But it is also good for students who want to make sure that they're filling in those knowledge gaps. We've had a lot of good luck and good feedback with some of the younger students who maybe want to get ahead a little bit as well. So it's all kind of AI powered in terms of you just log into the site, you can click start learning, it knows where you left off, it knows what you need to learn next to kind of continue with the different grade levels, continue with Algebra 1, Geometry, Algebra 2, Pre-Calc, all of those things that way as well, right? And that really fits with our core philosophy that I mentioned of the long-term learning and the long-term support for the students that way as well. And that I think is the perfect bridge into one, college counseling, and then what we'll talk about quick, and I'll have Dr. Wang talk a little bit more about on the next slide too. But as the students get into high school or even late middle school, right, when they're applying to high schools or talking about what courses they should take in high school, we have our college counseling program there as well. So it is really much more about more than just learning the math, right? You have to learn how to present the math. You have to show your passion, things like that as well. And with that, right, I'll have Dr. Wang say a little bit more about this in a moment, but right, we are officially launching NexGen Prosperity as well as kind of not something new, but building on all of the things I was talking about in terms of student support, long-term growth, right? NexGen also offers great things in terms of, right, how to maybe start financially planning for college or financially planning for kind of careers or setting up your kind of, children for success and future generations for success that way as well. So, Dr. Wang, do you want to say a little bit more about this then too?
Yes, thank you, John. Okay, so just like John said, we are actually expanding uh to the new Areteem Family Office. It's called the NexGen Prosperity. This is actually based on our 20 years. In 20 years, we actually uh, taught a lot of students. We had a lot of students who actually graduated from graduated from high school, got into their dream college, graduated from college, and work in PhD and graduate got their PhD degree as well, and then got into all different kind of careers, and so that what we want to actually formally introduce our program in those regards, right? Not just college planning, not just the math education, but including the when the students get into college, how they survive, guys, how they take courses and all these college is not just for studying, not just for you take courses. You actually make connections and make planning for the future, for prepare for the career, all those kind of things. We help students on that, and also some of the students actually go into they want to start their own company and then they want to actually get investment. Those part we can also help. We have a foundation to we have actually a fund to invest in those kind of new technology related the companies. Okay, so that all those part is part of Areteem Family Office, and then this actually we have been doing this for so many years, and then it's just like formally launch this program。我就再用中文再解释一下，就是说我们现在是这个 Areteem 家族办公室，这个呢是一个。是一个包括相当于一个可以说一站式服务了。从这个教育方面，从学生的孩子的教育方面，从这个移民，从这种升学规划，这个职业规划，包括在大学里面怎么样来修课，怎么样来这个 make a connection，相当于就是来为将来的职业为将来的进入职场来做好准备。像这种培训吧，是包括这种给提供这方面的教育。另外呢，从这个家庭方面呢，就是给这个孩子上大学交了学费以后，这个把家里面都掏空了，这个我们会为家庭做详细的规划，来保证这个能够一方面能保证这个家族的这种财富能够增长，另一方面也能够为这个孩子升学，为这个孩子上大学啊，进入职场都做好这种准备。然后另外作为这个将来的这种家族传承，实际上像这些服务的内容呢，就在这个在这个有一些很大的家族，但早就有这种像这方面的这些规划。那么我们现在就是说，我们作为这个普通人家，不是说那种特别有钱的人，那我们怎么来做这种怎么来为这个将来的规划也是有办法的。这个是我们这个相当于所有的这个从教育到这个退休规划到这个什么财务方面的规划，都是一体化的服务。所以这方面其实我们的任老师是在这个财务规划方面也是专家，所以就一直也是在为我们的同学和家长在提供这些方面的服务。所以呢，我们这个家族办公室呢，就是从今年开始正式的成立这样一个 program，这样为大家来服务的。所以像这方面具体的内容也可以向我们来了解。Okay, so we can move on to the question and answers.
Yeah, so as Dr. Wang said, yeah, some more personal things, yeah, might be easier to reach out by email and things like that. But yeah, if there are general questions, definitely if anyone wants to either put them in the chat or you can unmute quick. We're happy to stick around a couple minutes here and answer some questions if people have them then as well.
So here is a question. Here is a question about the students. It's a seventh grade and then took AMC 8, but not quite ready for AMC 10 yet. That kind of thing. John, can you talk about that?
Yeah, so one thing would be there, yeah, we for the bridge between AMC 8 and AMC 10, that's definitely something we've noticed a lot that way as well. So one of our specific courses that we have designed for that transition from the middle school competitions to the high school competitions is our kind of Math Challenge 1C course that way as well. So this would be one recommendation for kind of AMC 8 to AMC 10 transition there as well. But depending on the student and things like that way too, we could kind of help out a little bit there, right? Maybe some of the, foundation in terms of the AMC 8 with maybe one of our 1B courses to start with maybe a subject that the student is struggling with a little bit first, and then something like the Math Challenge 1C. This could also be a place where, our GPA booster program could help out as well, because a lot of the difficulty with the transition, and this is where the 1C class helps too, is that there's a lot of fundamental knowledge of algebra, some basic geometry stuff that is typically taught in, Algebra 1 or Math 1, things like that as well. And so, yeah, either the Math Challenge 1C class or something like the GPA Booster, which can help you learn some of those fundamental knowledge things. That's, at least typically speaking, where we see a lot of students struggle when they're switching from the AMC 8 to AMC 10 that way too. And that's a good question. So thank you for asking that here.
Yeah, so we can stay a bit more to wait to see if there are other questions, but there's here actually if everybody look at the chat room, we have Jasmine writing the email address. That's the email address that you could send email and ask our questions. Actually, I didn't think we had time to for the but since Jasmine's here, why don't we just why don't you actually greet everyone? Jasmine is our coworker. She's she's in the department in charge of the student service. So yeah, if you call us, if you email, get email, and yeah, so mostly you talk to her.
Good afternoon, everyone. Yes, it looks like I'm not able to turn on my camera, but thank you so much for joining us today. So yes, feel free to give us give us a call. I also available to answer any calls regarding placement, as well as if your student is brand new to Areteem Institute and not sure which classes, I can always walk you through the placement test as well. Um, Emails is also a great way to reach us, as well as the chat. So if you go through the chat through the website, it's usually I'm the one that's responding. So that's a great way to reach me as well. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So have you gotten any more private questions or anything? Kevin seems they
I
are
don't,
maybe
yeah.
drying up a little bit here. So yeah, I do want to, yeah, take a moment just to thank everyone again for taking the time to join us today, right? See and learn about some of our different programs that way as well. Hopefully you learned some useful things and some useful kind of knowledge points and trends during this webinar today. If you have any feedback, right, we are happy to hear about that. If you have topics of things you want to learn about more in the future, don't hesitate to reach out and let us know that way too. We do want to definitely be responsive and helpful for people that way as well. Otherwise, like I said, thank you for joining us today, and I hope to see everyone in some of the classes and different programs, competitions like Zimmel in the future as well. So thank you, everyone.
好，谢谢大家光临。今天如果没有其他的问题的话，我们今天就到这里吧。好，谢谢大家，谢谢大家。
Thank you.